right, so we have a lot to talk about. Not gonna make it too long of a podcast, obviously, again today. But what we're gonna do is we have news at the end. We're gonna break. We talked about that. Still working out the kinks, but I think we have an idea of what we're gonna try to do. At least attempt to. We'll keep updated on Twitter when that comes out, but we'll break the news at the end here. So, NBA, 6 days from today, April 3rd, which is the day we are recording. It'll be April 5th this releases. So there will only be 4 days left in the season. Last day for NBA games is Easter Sunday.
Yeah.
And boy, did we have a shakeup over the weekend.
Oh, yeah. It could be.
Big time. No, we had a big shakeup over the weekend. So that's...
Well, yeah, that's based on the
standings,
schedule.
Yeah. So we got So what we're looking at here is April 9th is the end of the regular season. April 11th and 12th will be your play-in games. And then April 14th will be the final play-in games. And then April 15th, that's Saturday. So next Tuesday, because again, this releases on Wednesday.
So it's 3 games per the play-in tournament.
Yeah. So the way it works is, let me see here. Let me see. So the way it works is that 7 and 8 will play each other.
Mm-hmm.
The winner will go on to face the number 2 seed because they'll clinch the 7 seed technically.
Okay.
And then the 9 and 10 will face the winner of that one. Will face the loser of 7 and 8.
Okay.
To fight for the 8 seed. So we'll get into who's where and what type of matchups we're looking at. Kind of seems like at least some of these are locked down already. A lot of teams clinched over the weekend. So.
Yep. The Knicks are already clinched.
Yep. So we got 5 in the East that have clinched, 5 that are out. 1 team clinched to play in the East. And in the West, only 3 teams have clinched. And 3 are out. So the West is still up for grabs. Again, this is something that we're going to have to keep an eye on with the West Coast.
Who thought about these Dallas Mavericks? I know we are a long way to go, but we can talk about Dallas Mavericks later on.
Yeah,
today.
they've been a huge disappointment.
Big time.
Again, there's only what is there? There's 3 games left. Per team. Yeah, so
I think they're 1 game behind.
3 or 4 left per team, basically. At least as of Monday, April 3rd. But. So play-in tournament starts the 11th through the 14th, and then the playout that'll be Tuesday through Thursday, or Tuesday through Friday, excuse me. And April 15th, which is Saturday, will start the actual playoffs. And then obviously that's way down the road, but June 1st is actually the very first playoff game.
Yeah, the finals you're talking about.
Finals, yes. And then it could go all the way to June 18th if necessary.
If necessary.
But
that's Father's Day, correct?
Yeah,
well,
I think so.
Close, yeah. So it's Father's Day, I think, for the Game 7. If
that would be Father's Day.
If they're going all the way down to Game 7. It reminds me, remember the Cavs?
I was about to say, the Cavs won it on Father's Day.
Yeah, June 19th.
June 19th, 2016.
Yeah.
So, can you imagine 7 years later if the Cavs won it again?
We'll see. They have a lot of work to do.
It'd kind of be funny that if the Cavs win it on Father's Day, it kind of reminds you of the San Francisco Giants with every even year. It was 2010, 2012, 2014 when they won their World Series.
Oh, yeah.
It would be kind of funny to see that, but... okay, so we're going to jump in here. So, teams that have clinched already in the East. Let me see. All right, so teams that have clinched in the East are the Bucks, the Celtics, 76ers, Cavs, and Knicks.
Yeah.
So that's 5. Looking down here, the Brooklyn Nets have a 2-game lead over Miami.
Oh, yeah. That
and Miami
they just slipped a little bit because they was in 3rd spot like 1 month ago or
no, 2 months ago the Knicks were there. However, I will say that Miami was only a half game back a couple days ago.
Yeah.
So Miami is 1-1, but the Nets have won 3 in a row.
Oh yeah, they're doing good.
Mikal Bridges has never missed a game yet in his career, and he's on pace to play 82 again this season. Again, also speaking of games played, CBA agreement made between NBA and that Finally, we have a way to say, hey, you want to sit out more than 14 games? No awards for you, which means no incentives, which means we're done with, hopefully we're done with these sit-outs.
They cut 2 games, correct, for the regular season?
They can what?
They cut 2 games, or they stay 82 or no?
I don't know 100%.
Well, we can check that out later.
Yeah,
but
why don't you look that up right now for me, if you can, while I continue the East here. So we got 4 teams in the play-in tournament right now. There are 5 teams that are out or below the play-in tournament. 4 of the 5 are out. The only one that is still alive, which is funny to me, is the Orlando Magic are below the Wizards, but the Wizards are eliminated and the Magic are still alive.
So the CBA agreement, they say only they have to play at least 65 games.
Yeah, but it's still 80. Okay, so you can only miss 17 games in the season.
Yeah, so 65 games will be the
minimum. No more sitting out, hopefully, just because, I played back-to-back.
Yeah, they must play 65 games. They don't specify. They cut 2 games. I saw something somewhere.
Maybe it was in talks, but maybe they didn't finalize it. Yeah, but I mean, that's ridiculous, though. I feel for any fan this year that is like, oh, man, the Warriors are coming to town. I get to see Clay and Curry, and guess what? They just played last night, so you're not seeing them tonight. Like, you paid how much money for those tickets, and then they decide, And I get that basketball, injuries. Well, come on. You're not getting injured from playing back-to-back and then having 2 nights off and then playing again.
That you get per year,
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous how soft they are sometimes,
And that's compared to the 80s, and I get that. The 80s, what did they used to do? Punch each other?
Oh, yeah.
And would they still miss games? Maybe 5 max.
Or
unless they were suspended. Yeah. Unless they were suspended.
Even Michael Jordan, I remember that he have the flu or something.
Still played.
And he still played.
Nowadays, they're like, oh, man, I've had the flu. Let me play 8 minutes and then walk away.
Legacy, and he's the GOAT.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. So, all right, we're going to get back into here for a minute. So, again, you got the Bucks, you got the Celtics, Sixers, Cavs, Knicks. They've clinched. Nets look like, as long as the Nets win a game and the Heat lose a game, it looks like the Nets have clinched their spot at 6.
Mm-hmm.
Heat, Hawks, Raptors, Bulls. Out of that in exact order, Heat, Hawks, Raptors, Bulls. That's exactly how it's ordered right now in the play-in. The Raptors at 9 clinched the play-in.
Yeah.
So it's weird to see that. You have 2 teams above them, yet they're the ones that have clinched the play-in. So right now, again, the only team that is out of the play-in that could still catch is in the number 12 spot, which is the Orlando Magic. And
they're 4 games behind the 10 spot.
To the Bulls. So the Bulls would have to lose out, basically. Or, I'm sorry, the Bulls would have to lose out and the Magic would have to win. Which, let me see, I believe who do the Magic have tonight?
Yeah, they're playing against the Cavs tonight, I think.
The Magic do?
Yeah.
Yeah, so good luck to Orlando. Hopefully they are able to continue their hopes, but,
By the way,
Cavs
if the Cavs win tonight,
they have 50 wins.
They have 50, there will be first round home court advantage.
No, they already clinched that.
No, not yet.
You sure?
Yeah. Because remember, New York Knicks they beat the Cavs in this regular series this year, and there's only 3 games left, and then 3 games.
Okay.
So if the Cavs beat the Magic or the Knicks lose today, so either way, if the Knicks lose today, I think they play today. Let me see. No, they're not. But if the Cavs beat the Magic today, then they will clinch the home court advantage in the first round.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah. So they'll obviously they got to win. Yeah. So they win today, they do it. Magic want to win to stay alive. So that's actually going to be a pretty interesting game to watch if you're able to watch it. So going back here real quick, I don't think the Magic are making it. I think we're kind of looking at exactly what we have. The only change I see is I could see the Raptors overtaking the Hawks just so the Raptors get the home court for play-in. I could see that happening. The Heat are going to be home court against either the Hawks, Raptors, or Bulls. It does not matter. They're playing whoever's at 10. I don't think the Hawks are going to, or the Raptors, they're 2 games behind the Heat. Looks like the Heat might clinch their home court. Unless Miami wins out and the Nets lose. It's the only other way. that they make it to where they're not in the play-in.
That will be difficult, to get that 6th spot right now with 3 games left. And the thing is, Raptors. Let me see. Raptors play. No, I'm sorry. Miami Heat plays against the Pistons. One of the worst team in the league. And then the Nets play against the Timberwolves. So that will be.
And the thing is, the Timberwolves just blew a lead, or blew the game to Portland, who's eliminated, which cost them what were they? They were 7 originally.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just, you can't have that.
That 9 numbers.
Toronto gets Charlotte too, so I mean,
you're right about the Western Conference. It will be a battle.
Yeah. So
there will be teams that will go from 9 to 6. Could be Correct. A scenario. Or Lakers. Hey, Lakers can be in the 6th spot.
So let's just go again based off of how it looks right now. So just pure out winner. Again, this is going to be the end of the season is next week. We'll give our final predictions next week when we finally see this. Which we'll break the news on how we're going to do that. So right now, playing tournament, Miami or Atlanta, who you taking?
Miami.
I'd agree with you on that. Toronto and Chicago?
Toronto.
Okay, we're 2 for 2 on agreement today.
Yeah.
Let's not ruin that with any type of AL Central comment this week. No, I'm just kidding. So at that point, it would be Miami versus Boston, a matchup of the Eastern Conference Championship last year.
Oh, that would be interesting.
That would be first round too.
Oh, first round. Yeah.
So who would you take in that scenario?
I'll take Boston.
Yeah, there's no doubt there. Again, I think Miami will give them a run for their money. I just don't think that they're gonna win. I think Boston takes it. Philly and Brooklyn. I feel like Brooklyn's gonna give them issues.
No, I think
Philly's gonna win.
Sixers will win that matchup.
I feel like that might go to distance.
It could be.
The Nets are very sneaky.
If they take them easily, yeah. They don't take like it's a big threat, but I think with Embiid and all that, they have self-redemption, for the past playoffs. They were so close to go to the finals. Remember against Toronto when Kawhi hit the freaking winning shot in Game 7.
Yeah, that was
so
iconic.
Sixers will take the Brooklyn Nets. I think.
I do think Philly does win that. I just don't think it's going to be an easy sweep for Philly, regardless of the matter. Cavs and Knicks. I'm going Cleveland.
I'm going Cleveland, but they need to get healthy. And they need to get the offense. The bench needs to do a better job.
Now, I understand Cleveland lost to the Knicks the other day, over the weekend. I understand that. However,
because of the injuries.
Yes. However, we did not have Jared Allen. We did not have, and this is not a big factor, but Isaac Okoro. His defense is good. He's not a good shooter.
Well, he's hurt.
He's hurt, which is not good. However, they did not have Julius Randle. Nobody in their right mind expected Brunson to go off for 48 points.
Okay.
Nobody expected that. And if you did expect that, let me know next time so I can actually bet on that so I can win some money, because that came out of nowhere.
The key for the Cavs to beat the Knicks is healthy. Get healthy.
Yeah, and that's fine. If you want to sit Jared Allen out the last 2 games of the last 3 games of the season, do it. I'm fine with that.
Do it.
I'd rather, and that was a big factor last year. We didn't have him last year. The Cavs did not have him last year.
Yeah, that's what.
And he came in and played with a 80% broken finger.
And there was a lot of injuries last year that just slide from number 2 spot.
Garland couldn't stay healthy.
To the play-in tournament.
Yep.
And the Atlanta Hawks just eat them alive.
Yes, they did. Now, how a year has changed. Cleveland's sitting 4, Hawks are sitting play-in. 1 year change.
Yeah.
Changes quickly in these leagues nowadays. And then we talked about a Toronto versus, we got to step back a minute. So if you say Miami beat the Hawks, right, that means the Hawks would have to play the Raptors. You think the Raptors are beating the Hawks still? Because I agree with that.
Toronto, I think the Hawks will take the
Okay, so then the Hawks would face the Bucks in that opinion for you.
Yeah.
Are you taking the Bucks or the Hawks?
Bucks.
Okay, in my opinion, it would be the Raptors and Bucks. I'm also taking the Bucks. the Bucks are going to have home court advantage.
Oh,
Now
yeah.
now that's going to go to distance regardless because playing in Toronto is a whole different atmosphere.
Oh yeah.
Toronto will win at home.
Or Atlanta, either way.
Either way, yeah. So we're gonna switch over to the West now. The West has made a lot of changes over the weekend here in their division standings. So Nuggets, Grizzlies, Kings, they've clinched. Kings have clinched their spot. Even if they do tie, with the Suns, I believe the Kings hold the tiebreaker. I believe that's how that is right now.
I think the Kings needs to find a way. This is the scary part.
They gotta shoot lights out.
They if they want to get the sixth spot, because in third spot they will play number 6. They want to make sure plays against the Lakers, or you think Lakers or Golden State will be better matchup for the Kings?
Well, we got to get to that point first.
I know, but
you said the Lakers or Warriors?
Yeah, because Lakers right there.
Warriors.
You want to take the Warriors against the Kings?
The Warriors are good in the playoffs. Don't get me wrong. Wait, are you asking who the Kings would face? The Lakers or Warriors?
Yeah, what do you prefer?
I would rather than if I was a Kings fan, I'd rather take the Warriors.
Okay.
Reason being, the Lakers. Looking at this, the Lakers on the road are 19-20. The Warriors on the road are 9-30.
Oh yeah, that's crazy.
Now the Warriors would get in that series of 7. The Warriors would get 3 home court advantages or home court games.
How in the hell they just lost?
9-30.
That's crazy for defending champions. Defending champions.
Now don't get me wrong, they did have some injuries with Curry and that near the end. But still, how do you only win 9 games and lose 30 on the road?
Yeah.
The only other team, let me see here. The only 3 teams that are worse than them on the road are the Rockets, Spurs, and Pistons.
Oh my God.
That says a lot. That's crazy. And then the one that's just right above them for the least amount of wins, but still above them, would be the Hornets with 13-27. The Raptors right now with 13-25. That's it. So the Hornets and Raptors have a better record than you on the road.
Unbelievable.
That's absolutely absurd.
Yeah.
Now this is a crazy stat in its own self, and they're already eliminated, so it doesn't matter. I just peeped this one as well. 9-30 is the same record the Pistons have at home.
Yeah. That's good.
Wow. Well, you would think home field or home court advantage, but that doesn't seem the case for some of these teams.
No.
So, but yeah, so you got the Nuggets, the Grizzlies, the Kings. Suns still stay pat at 4. The Clippers look like they're staying at 5 for now. For now. And the reason I say for now is because the Warriors and the Clippers are 41-38. Mm-hmm. The Lakers, Pelicans are 40-38. Only a half game back on both of them.
Yeah.
And if we look at today's games, I think they play.
The Lakers play against the Utah Jazz.
And OKC plays at the Warriors.
Yes.
Okay, so Clippers are off today. Yeah, Clippers are off today. So if the Lakers and the Warriors win, hypothetically speaking, I believe the Clippers would fall.
Could be, yeah. Yeah. They will fall.
I don't know what their head-to-head is, but I think they would fall, which would make the Clippers the play-in tournament.
And the thing is, the Clippers playing tomorrow against who? The Lakers.
Okay, so if that's the case, then that head-to-head's going to mean a lot.
Lakers have to have the tough schedule, the remaining, because they will play against Utah. And Clippers tomorrow. They have to travel back to Los Angeles.
And when they play where?
In Clippers.
Clippers, yeah, they play the Lakers tomorrow. But where are they playing the next day or 2 days?
Well, tomorrow the Clippers, Lakers, and then you talk about the.
What's the Clippers' remaining schedule?
Oh, okay. So
I got it right
here. Friday they play against. Wait a minute.
Trailblazers. No, so they play Wednesday. Wow.
What the
so
heck
the
is this?
Clippers play the Lakers Wednesday.
Okay.
Then they play the Trailblazers at home
Saturday, maybe?
Saturday. And then Sunday they go to Phoenix to end the season.
What the heck?
So they get 3 days off. 2 days off.
Clippers is in danger.
They are in. Well, Trailblazers, I think they're good. If they can beat the Lakers, they're good. If they lose to the Lakers, they have to beat the Suns.
And Sunday's the last game, so.
Yes, it is. And that's why the West is so hard to look at right now.
In Cavs, I think the Cavaliers have an easy. They have to play two games against the Magic and then one game against the Hornets.
And speaking of the Cavs, they are 2.5 games back on the 76ers, which the 76ers lost last game they played. The Sixers have the second hardest remaining schedule left in the NBA. The second hardest. Cavs have the easiest remaining schedule left in the NBA. Cavs are only 2.5 games back. And technically they play tonight, so if they win, do the Clippers play tonight? That's the question.
I'm sorry. There's no games today. I forgot. It's tomorrow.
That's
Tuesday.
right. Tomorrow are the games.
Tuesday. I'm so sorry, guys. It's on Tuesday.
Well,
sorry.
this releases Wednesday, so besides the point.
Yeah.
So the Cavs play the Magic. Philly plays Boston. Hypothetically speaking, if the Cavs win and Philly loses,
Yeah.
they're a game and a half. They're a game and a half back.
Well, Celtics, they're tough. So.
And then if you go to Wednesday, let's see here.
They don't play on Wednesday. 76ers. They play on Thursday.
So the Cavs play the Magic again Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
And Friday, 76ers got to travel to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. And then the Cavs finish out at home against the Charlotte Hornets.
Mm-hmm.
And the Sixers play in Brooklyn.
And by the way, most of the games are 1 o'clock or 3:30.
Yeah, they're going to finish early in the NBA season.
Mm-hmm.
They always do.
Very interesting.
Yeah, we got a... Wow. So as a standing sit right now, you have Denver 1, 2's Memphis, 3 Kings, 4 Phoenix, 5 Clippers, 6 Warriors, 7 Lakers, 8 Pelicans, 9 Minnesota. Minnesota and the Lakers switched after Minnesota blew it to Portland. And OKC 10. So OKC is actually still fighting for a playoff spot.
Yeah, they're just...
And they are only...
1 game up from Dallas.
Yeah. And Dallas has been a disappointment. I think Dallas is out. I don't think they're coming back. Who does Dallas have? Who do they have the remaining season?
So tomorrow, Tuesday.
This is just...
No, they don't play tomorrow.
Okay, so they play the Kings Wednesday
Wednesday they play against the Kings. Oh my God.
at home. So they're at least they're at home the rest of the time. So Dallas plays against the Kings at home. Then they host the Bulls on Friday, and then they host the Spurs Sunday. They got to win 2 of those 3 and hope that one team loses above them.
It's so disappointing. Like that
It's
trade.
too crazy, that Kyrie trade. Yeah, and that's the thing. Kyrie's not there long term either right now. So what's going to happen there? I don't know.
Who made this call? The owner of Dallas?
Mark Cuban is a big influential person when it comes to trading. It's the general manager, obviously, but still. So, same thing we did with the East, we're going to do with the West. As of right now, this is hypothetically speaking, Minnesota versus OKC, who are you taking?
OKC.
I would agree. I agree. Lakers and Pelicans.
Lakers, of course.
Okay, so the Lakers will then match up against the Grizzlies. So the Pelicans would face OKC. Who are you giving that to? By the way, that game would be in New Orleans. I'm still giving it to OKC.
I will go with the Pelicans.
Okay. So in our hypothetical then, you have Pelicans versus the Nuggets. The Nuggets are taking that.
Oh, the Nuggets will eat them alive.
OKC versus Denver. I think they give a little bit more of a shooting matchup than the Pelicans would. But I still think Denver wins.
Oh, Denver will win. I think, in my opinion, you know.
And again, we don't know the finals yet. I mean, shoot, the OKC and Minnesota could be out by the time we do the next podcast.
Let me ask you this. I know they have one of the best records. Do you think Denver can reach the finals finally this year?
They could. There are two teams I think that are really 100% in their way.
Kings.
I think the Kings have given them trouble all year. I think they're one of them.
Grizzlies? No.
No.
Lakers?
No. Phoenix.
Man, yeah.
I think Phoenix and the Kings are going to be the two that give Denver the most run for their money.
So Kings
the Kings have played well against Denver the last couple of years. And, again, their shooting is great.
De'Aaron Fox.
Sabonis, too, down low. I mean, the De'Aaron Fox, Sabonis, they've just been gelling. That's a team that I hope in the next 5 to 6 years the Kings might win a championship.
I hope so.
They have not won one yet. Their best
it.
chance was with DeMarcus Cousins, and they couldn't even build around him. So, yeah, terrible.
Sorry. He got a lot of problems in technicals and all that stuff. So.
He was Draymond before Draymond.
Yeah.
If you want to talk about it. So we both said, Denver would win no matter who they play. Phoenix and Clippers as of right now. I still think Clippers.
You think Clippers can beat the Phoenix?
Yeah. I think that if Paul George comes back healthy, yes. But if Paul George is not there at the beginning of the series, it's going to be tough.
Oh, yes.
It's going to be tough.
When Kevin Durant, he's healthy now, so...
Again, the storylines for that is going to be great.
Russell Westbrook
versus Kevin Durant. Chris Paul and Paul George, former teammates at OKC. I mean, we talked about it in a podcast a couple weeks ago. Like the same thing.
We were talking about this. It will be interesting. I hope the Clippers can hold on, that spot, and see. So,
I mean, that's a matchup I want. I hope they hold on to it. Because if not, you got the Lakers versus Phoenix. That's another great matchup. Because then you can finally have the argument of
Kevin Durant
versus LeBron. And I'm curious to see, and this is my opinion, personal opinion. I think DeAndre Ayton is going to give Anthony Davis hell.
Oh, yeah. That dude is a monster.
People don't know exactly what about DeAndre Ayton, but some people tend to forget. The guy can still drop 20 points when he needs to, and he can grab
Anthony
14 boards.
He gets hurt all the time, so.
Anthony Davis can shoot, though.
No, he can.
And that's the thing that they have to. If the Lakers are going to find a weak spot in Phoenix, you got to pull DeAndre Ayton to the 3.
Well, he gets hurt a lot of times, so I just,
Yeah. So then we got as of right now, Kings versus Wizards. Or, I'm sorry, Warriors. I'm giving the Kings that. Because the Warriors are going to have to play 4 or 5, 7 on the road. Max. Like, they got to play 4.
Disappointed about this team. Defending champions. Just don't get it. I just don't get it.
And then Lakers versus Memphis. I think the Lakers' efforts are going to come to a halt. I was wrong and said the Lakers wouldn't make the playoffs. I'll admit it. I was wrong. Me and you both kind of had our doubts with it, but you kind of said that you think they could. I don't think that they're getting past Memphis, though. LA played on the road against Memphis earlier in the year, and Memphis is another tough environment. It's like playing in Utah, and it's like playing in Toronto. Memphis is
one of those. There'll be another disappointed year for the Lakers. After everything they do, they trade a lot of players, picks, and stuff like that, and they just...
And they're handicapped money-wise, too. They're
tied.
cut off right now. Their hands are tied.
Their hands are tied, and I think... Hey... You don't go deep to the playoffs. I think it's time for you to thinking about trade LeBron. Seriously. And who's going to take LeBron? I don't know who's going to be.
Well, I would say Cleveland would take him back. However, Cleveland doesn't have the first round picks, and that new CBA agreement stops another super team from being formed. Exactly. It sounds like so.
No, it's not going to happen.
It's going to be interesting.
No more super teams, so I don't think Cleveland needs LeBron. I don't think so.
No.
They need a free agent. They need a small forward for the future. A good one.
So, with that being said right now, if you look at this, we said Boston would win. We said Phoenix would win. I'm sorry, Philly would win. Cavs would win. Milwaukee would win. Milwaukee would face the Cavs.
Yeah.
It's tough for the Cavs. Who's going to slow down Giannis? Who's going to slow him down?
But remember, did you watch the games against Bucks and Cleveland earlier this season?
And they beat Giannis. They did.
Yeah, 2 times, correct? It was 2 times.
2 times they beat him, yeah. And then we held Boston for a lot of the time too.
The key.
I don't think Boston's beat us once this year.
I don't want to break this news, but I will say this: Cavs all the way. It will be a Game 7, buzzer beater, Donovan Mitchell.
It's a bold prediction. It's a very bold prediction. So, okay, you say the Cavs beat the Milwaukee Bucks then.
I
All right. I hope that happens.
But the health is the key in this matchup.
I'm going to pass on that matchup. I'm not giving an answer.
Why?
I'm not giving
this
an
is
answer.
Part of the prediction. Come on, man. Say it. Spit it out. Say it.
I hope Cleveland can win it. I think
Game 7.
I think that's Game 7 regardless of who wins.
Okay.
That's Game 7. That's my prediction. Game 7. There you go. That's my prediction.
No prediction.
Calling it there. Game 7.
Okay.
No, I hope the Cavs win. I do.
It's gonna be tough.
But whoever wins that matchup has to face Philly or Boston.
Oh my god.
And who's winning that series? I think Philly. So now and that's the thing. Let's say the Cavs do beat the Bucks. You just face Giannis. You got to face Embiid. Come on, that's ridiculous. That matchup's gotta whoever draws that hand. If
example the Celtics beat the 76ers, would you take Celtics and Cavs? If Cavs beat,
I would take the Cavs over the Celtics.
Yeah. The fact is,
the Celtics have yet to beat the Cavs. They have yet
to
beat the Cavs this year. They won't beat the Cavs this year. The Cavs swept them.
They swept them. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought they won.
I believe they swept them. Let me double check that. But
I think they beat it once. I think Celtics.
They almost did in overtime.
They went two double overtimes in one. I think in one game. I think.
Okay, yes, they did beat us March 1st. They did beat us once. So 3-1. Cavs won 3-1 against the Celtics. No, the Cavs came back in overtime on March 6th. I still remember watching that game live. Donovan Mitchell came up to God, what is his name? What is his name? Now I'm going to lose it here.
What's up? Okoro?
No, he came up to Malcolm Brogdon. And he went up to Brogdon and he goes, "Hey, don't miss these two." Brogdon looked at him and said, "I'm making both of them. I'm making both." He missed both free throws.
Tried to be
missed both of them. Cavs were literally 0.7 left on the clock. They would have had to go the full distance, a catch and release immediately from half court or 3/4 of the way to win it if he made one free throw. Cavs went back in overtime and won. And they won that 118 to 114. And that was the night after. By the way, they did not have Tatum that night because that was the night after the Celtics and Knicks went to overtime.
Oh my god. So
the Celtics love overtime.
I think the Cavs can go Game 7 as well.
Okay. So you have Cavs going all the way then, based on, and this is just hypothetical because we don't know the final standings yet.
Like I said,
so.
health the health is the key of this. Going deep.
So I'm looking at this now. You have, okay, so you would have Denver versus, did you say Phoenix or Clippers?
I said,
I think you said Phoenix, I believe.
Phoenix, yeah.
Okay,
Kevin Durant.
So Phoenix or Nuggets? Who you taking?
I would say Nuggets.
I said Clippers would win that if Paul George is back. And I think that the Nuggets would win that series as well.
Denver Nuggets versus the Cavaliers in the finals.
That would be very interesting. That would be a very interesting.
I see the prediction of the final. I would take the Nuggets over the Cavs.
Yeah, I think that would solidify Jokic, especially because I feel like Jokic, after sliding off for a few weeks, I think he's back in MVP contention.
Oh yeah.
So we said Kings over over Warriors, and we said Memphis over Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
Kings and Memphis, who you taking? I'm taking Kings.
Kings, yeah.
That's my underrated. But then that's the thing. So Kings would then have to face the Nuggets.
I was saying the Nuggets.
So then there would be Nuggets Cavs in your opinion. I would honestly love to see the Kings versus the Cavs.
Yeah.
Mitchell and De'Aaron Fox match up great. Sabonis and Jared Allen match up great.
But I'm not saying underdog the Cavs.
Harrison Barnes and Mobley would match up great.
Oof. And by the way, nobody thought the Kings will make the playoff this year.
No.
Nobody.
No.
we can go back before the season started. They don't put the Kings.
They weren't even top 20, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're in the third spot. They are the biggest underdog in this playoffs. That's the team we need to watch.
Yes.
And they have the best offense. If you look at the stats, I think that's the percent is a 120 point something per game. That offense is scary as hell. Sacramento Kings.
Yeah. So that's kind of loosely what we're basing it off of because we don't know yet. Obviously, this upcoming Sunday we'll know final picture. So, that being said, we're not going to get into baseball today.
Okay.
As much as I would like to and talk about surprise teams and stuff like that, I would like to. We're running a little longer than I anticipated. So, we're going to cut it off here. We do have breaking news though for us. This is news that we talked about for a couple weeks now, and we're gonna attempt it. I think we should be able to do it. I don't see why we would have issues, but if you follow us on YouTube, we're gonna go live on YouTube next Monday instead of a podcast recording on Monday. We are going to the Cleveland Indians versus the New York Yankees Monday and Tuesday. So what we are going to do is we might go live on YouTube Monday and we'll go live on Twitter Tuesday, or we might go live both days on YouTube. We have not decided yet, so make sure you follow us on Twitter or make sure you subscribe to our YouTube. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe and follow. Turn your notifications on. We will go live. We're going to take you guys inside the stadium with us pregame. We're going to get down there a little bit early so we can walk around with you guys, show you guys where, everything is like in Cleveland. If you have not been to the stadium, it's a great stadium to be at. And we're going to answer questions too. If you have questions on anything, make sure you ask us. We have Cavs, finals. Basketball is going to be ending soon, so by then we'll know who's in there. You can ask us who you think our predictions are then. And if you have any baseball questions or anything that head-to-head, let us know.
MVP, who do you think the MVP on the playoffs? Not because we know MVP of the playoffs, but who you think will demolish in offense in these playoffs, or whoever.
Who's the leading scorer? Who do you think's going to be the dominant player?
Contribute the team,
each team's MVP maybe. Hit us with questions. We're going to be going live, so we want to answer questions. We're going to be talking about it as well until you guys have questions, but make sure you follow us, so make sure you subscribe, make sure the notification button's clicked on YouTube, and if you have not followed us, make sure you follow us on Twitter at Inside Stadium. And then if you want to follow Elizer's personal one, it is at Shea Ruiz. I'm going to drop that image right here, right now, and it'll be on the screen so you can go ahead and follow. I will have a new account put up for Twitter personally for myself by next Monday. My other account was hacked, like I stated last week. So I just reported it and made it suspended, so this way there's no way that they can keep using it. No? Yeah, I just have it suspended because this way they can't keep using my name and my image. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of that one. We're going to start a new one off, so I'll put that up next week, or I'll put it up with our link and everything when we go live. So
we will be live, and we will figure out. We will keep in touch on Twitter. If you follow us, we can provide you where we'll be live on that day. Before the game starts, of course. Maybe
6-10 games both days, Monday, Tuesday. That we'll be there.
Wait for those games.
It's 1 week away. It snuck up on us.
By the way, who you rooting for this game?
You know damn well who I'm rooting for.
I'm just asking you a question.
It ain't the Stankies.
Come on, man.
What do you mean?
You know that Garrett Cole is gonna pitch in one of those games.
And so is Shane Bieber. I hope that's a matchup.
I thought his name's Justin Bieber.
I'll slap you. Slap you.
You don't remember that jersey that he got?
Not Bieber.
Not Justin or something
not
like
Justin. Not Justin.
But anyway, we will be live next week. So just follow us, and we will be provide us details. Maybe we'll show you. Maybe we'll be surprised. Maybe some players will say hi to us.
We'll see if we can get some people to get a couple balls or something.
Maybe when somebody drunk will scream to one of the outfielders. And remember that like a couple years ago?
Yeah.
Hey, this is for you. This drink is for you. Remember that?
I do. That was it was the dude in Michael Brantley jersey. He was yelling, and he got judged, so waved to him, and he's like, "Oh boy!" And Cameron Maben was there too, and they were like, "All right, he's drunk. We'll just acknowledge him." But all right, well, we're gonna end it there. This did run a little bit longer than anticipated, but we are gonna make sure you follow us. Seriously, we're going live. We'll give you more details soon, but make sure you follow us. This drop Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday. We'll see you guys then.
I'll see you guys next week.